Today I'm going to give you a quick look at the book Beginning Geography that we used with our kindergartner and first grader this year in our homeschool. Hi everyone, I'm Michelle from A Common Life, and today I want to share with you a book called Beginning Geography that is published by Evan Moore. Now this is a book that I used with my kindergartner and first grader this year, and as you can see it says that it's for grades K through 2, and so they were the perfect age for this. I would say that it is definitely helpful to have your child reading by the time that they use this book, but if your child is not, I will show you a few things that I did to kind of tweak it to make it work for my younger children. This book is basically made so that you can use it as a reproducible book, which we did not do. It was incredibly affordable. I will have it linked to down below so that you can check out the price. But it was incredibly affordable, so I decided to just go ahead and purchase 2 books. Now, there is some trouble that I ran into because of that, and I will show you that as we work through the book. It has 93 reproducible activity pages, 2 full color maps, review pages and assessments, geography, vocabulary, and teacher resource pages. It teaches map skills, landforms and bodies of water, and oceans, continents and oceans. And as you can see, it's correlated to the National Geography standards. So let's go ahead and take a peek inside. At the very beginning of the book, it tells you what is in the book and then why you would want to use this book. Then over here, it tells you the contents. So we'll have map skills, landforms and bodies of water, continents and oceans, and around the world with animals. And then at the very end, there's an answer key, which is nice and convenient. Then it goes through each section. So it explains to you everything that is going to be in the book. And it tells you what page it's on and what activity they're going to be doing. So let's look at what my sons already did. Now, like I said, I used this with my kindergartner and my first grader, and this is my kindergartner's book. So you can see it's a little bit messy, but that's okay. I mean, he understood the concepts and it did a really good job. So at the beginning, I just read everything out loud to them, and then they just did the activity. And then as we moved through, there were certain times where we ran into trouble, like here on this page, where if I had cut this out, they wouldn't have been able to do the activity on the other side. So what we ended up doing was making basically a little piece of paper that looked like this, and then I had them cut it out and write down the words and glue it down. And so that worked perfectly fine. It wasn't really a big deal or anything like that. But if you are using a reproducible book like this, you will run into trouble like that, where there will be an activity on the back that will get ruined if you cut it out. So I'll just go ahead and show you some of the things that he did. So here's some writing words. And this was a little bit tricky for him because he didn't know how to sound out all of these words. So I had to help him, or his big brother had to help him. And that's great because we were both kind of teaching him along the way, and he was learning as he was going through this workbook. So here you can see they're learning about maps and scale. So obviously there's some math included in here as well, some measuring, and we just ended up using our own ruler instead of cutting that out. Then we moved more into some of the United States geography. And then, as I said earlier, there are map skills tests. So he did this test and he got 100%, which is great. Oh, and you can see here that I did not actually have him rewrite the words. I had him just make lines to match up with the words, and that was just easier for him. Obviously, you can do whatever works best for your children. They love coloring in these things here. And you can see here that even though they were supposed to glue them up here, we just went ahead and colored them, and they just told me the answers. That's one of the really great things about homeschool, is that if you're doing the work with your children, they don't necessarily have to do everything, because they can show you this one is a river, this one is a lake, this one is the ocean, and it's easy enough. They don't necessarily have to cut it out and glue it. So that's one of the things I love about homeschool. You can make things simple and make them work for your family. Here's an activity book. We did not actually do this one, but it is pretty neat. You go ahead and cut it out, and then you can glue it all together, and it makes you this nice little book that talks all about the things that you learned. So anyway, that is just a quick look at this Beginning Geography book. We really did enjoy this. I think it's really great. If you have a proficient reader, this will be a piece of cake for them, because they can just read through it and answer the questions and fill in the blanks and do things like that. For me and my 2 children, it was a little bit more work because I did have to sit by them and make sure they knew what the words said and all of that. But that's okay. I mean, that's homeschool. I love working with them. I love doing these things with them. And they really did enjoy geography. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoy videos like this, please go ahead and click that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.